So Esplanade House. This project is located on the Esplanade in Clifton Hill, opposite the northern end of Yarrabin Park and the Merry Creek on Wurundjeri country. Set on a large, long site, our brief was to design a family home of considerable size that felt at ease in the Clifton Hill community. Our clients, a family of 5 with 3 teenagers, required a home that could accommodate not only their daily lives, but also be the future home for an ageing parent and visiting relatives who stay for 2 months every year. A 15 by 80 metre block posed a unique design challenge of reconciling the extensive program with a feeling of familial intimacy, all whilst respecting the predominantly single-storey scale of the street. This is not the existing house, but this is the client's house that they were living in around the corner for quite a few years, and where they had come from, I suppose, from a design perspective when they renovated this themselves. Initial studies brought 2 key issues to light. Firstly, due to the site's proportion, a traditional stacking of program along the length of the block would result in a static and rigid living arrangement with limited access to outdoor space. Secondly, in order to maintain as much landscape as possible, a second story was carefully integrated and set well back not to disrupt the scale of the surrounding suburban context. By fragmenting the building's program and mass, the proposal creates a sense of openness to the outside, whilst maintaining a sense of intimate homeliness that was key to the brief. So looking at the taking a double fronted typology of a traditional period house, and then we looked at slipping the 2 halves of the house and stepping one back from the other. Our clients, one of our clients grew up in Hong Kong as a child. We wanted to infuse the project with the notion of her memories. We turned to the Beijing courtyard house for inspiration as a protected garden typology. The extrapolated procession from either front or rear access create a spatial sequence that breaks down the 80 metre long block immersed in the garden. A protected garden courtyard is then formed at the front of the site. An early program diagram showing all habitable rooms open to various garden spaces and orientate to north, which is up the page. The sequence to the front door, located some 35 metres from the street boundary, takes occupants past the somewhat enigmatic and monolithic utility building, housing bikes and solar battery storage through a front courtyard, and delivers them to the heart of the home. In effect, this externalises the tunnel-like entrance hall often seen in the neighbourhoods surrounding heritage homes. The effect of this is twofold. The creation of a private front courtyard provides a more delightful procession into the building's core, but also maintains a certain level of privacy to the home's northern wing of bedrooms. So here, street, this utility room, the children's bedroom wing with living room, and then coming into this kind of hinge point at the centre, which is the front door, which also kind of is directly opposite what's called the back door. And here's upstairs with the study and bedroom. Each of the children's bedrooms have north-facing glazed doors with mini porches, each with their own garden bench. The discrete direct bedroom doors allow for after-hours access in the future when kids are older. Whilst the existing house has had little redeeming features, the blanket heritage overlay prescribed by the City of Yarra demanded a heritage formal response. We sited the utility building forward of the principal facade in response to the splayed street boundary. Despite the actual varied architectural context within the street, Council's key heritage criteria were sympathetic window articulation, a pitched roof, and a picket front fence. Council insisted that we match the rhythm of neighbouring period windows in our front facade. And this was our version of a triple panel window, both in the utility building and the building itself. They also insisted on a pitched roof, which we achieved in the utility building by using bricks to clad the roof. And our interpretation of a picket front fence, we actually didn't want a front fence, we wanted it as an open garden, but they insisted. The project's materiality derives from the site's existing post-war cottage, whose bricks were salvaged and incorporated into the house's identity, offering a sense of permanence and low maintenance durability. The scrolling brick walls soften the robust building form, creating a dynamic play of light and shadows. Sustainably sourced blackbutt timber articulates the home's fenestration and ceilings, while the client's favourite colour, blue and green, inform the joinery and the carpet hues. The children's bedroom corridor or gallery is an intentional repository of objects, books and trophies. Always the way, the kind of style photographers shot and then the reality in real life. Our clients are complete maximalists who wanted a casual, unpretentious home where they could live comfortably with their collected possessions. Our clients wanted a large productive garden, distinctly separate from the primary garden space, and we looked to English walled kitchen gardens. So here we have the more recreational garden next to the pool, and then at the rear is the productive garden near the garage and the studio. A brick garden wall dissects the rear of the site, screening a large productive garden, garage, shed, compost area and modest studio from the recreational garden and pool area. This approach separated the home's utility spaces from the spaces for relaxation. So here, looking back to the house. And this is the pool on the left and the relaxation garden. The wall also defines where a future subdivision could occur with the site abutting 2 rear laneways. So we tested various options for the clients to subdivide later down the track. And here the studio, a very modest kind of building shell that can evolve as the family's needs are better known. Sustainability was a key focus for the project. We reused the cream bricks salvaged from the old house, which were cleaned and reused on site. Drought tolerant garden by Fiona Brockhoff with minimal irrigation. Large productive food garden, including worm farm and composting. 30,000 litre underground water tank for toilet flushing and irrigation. 14 kilowatt solar panels with Tesla Powerwall for energy use. Heat recovery ventilator, all electric, and gas was abolished. Efficient heat pump hydronic heating and hot water system, and locally sourced Australian timbers and low VOC, amongst many other items.
1 minute remaining.
Esplanade House distorts the scale of a large family home. Its compartmentalised arrangement of program allows it to be occupied as required. The elongated plan weaves the house and the Fiona Brockhoff designed garden together, offering various outdoor settings and vistas from all rooms of the house while remaining sympathetic to its heritage context. Thank you.